The talking stage is a stage of no exclusivity, no restrictions, no boundaries, and no commitment. Just consistency. It is a relational dynamic that pertains to a mutual attraction. This is a stage where you are acknowledging someone else's existence and having that be reciprocated. To know of someone and to have them actually know you as well. To have a crush on someone and to have your crush like you back. Essentially, the talking stage is what it is. Whatever it is meant to be, that is what it will become. The experiences presented within this stage should be used for you to decipher your thoughts and distinguish your feelings. Given that the male's attraction seems to be more tangible than that of a woman, men seem to navigate the talking stage with ease. Typically, they approach the talking stage for the moment, for what is present and sensible, such as, does the woman smell good? Does the woman act more feminine or masculine? Is she thick? Is she skinny? Is she voluptuous? Men often take note of the physical attributes before seeking substance. Whereas for women, we often exist or leave the talking stage confused, disheveled, and highly perplexed because our attraction is more intangible. Of course, we take notice of your dress code, your shoe game, your do-rag game, your nail bed, your tape up. We take notice of your accent. Are you from up north? Are you from down south? Are you from over west? Your overall anatomy and physique is going to be noticed. But as women, often we understand that the talking stage is an investment. An investment that could lead to other relational possibilities, such as dating or courtship. So we tend to inquire heavily on your substance. Are you boyfriend material? How do I feel with you? Regardless of how you look or how I would look with you, how do I feel with you? How do I feel about you? So with this understanding, sometimes we focus less on the moment and focus more on what we expect to come, thus inciting a less than pleasant experience because the talking stage is a mutual yet surface level experience. Although more can become of the talking stage, it truly is an experience that should just be experienced and not taken for any more than what it is. Where the talking stage begins is where it develops. If I'm talking to you online, I'm going to maintain that connection via social media. I'm going to DM you on Instagram, or I'm going to view your stories on Snapchat. I'm going to comment cute stuff under your pictures, like your comment, FaceTime you, call you, and text you, or, just maintain that connection wherever it was sparked. And that same energy is going to be reciprocated. So whatever I give you, you give to me. You are becoming acquainted, but it's not personal. It's personable. I'm not going to meet you on a college campus and invite you to my dorm, and I just met you. Even if I've known you for 3 weeks, I'm not going to invite you to my dorm, yet alone my house. I'm going to entertain that connection where it began. I'm going to go to class and I might see you there. You might walk me to class. I might eat in the cafeteria with you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I might walk the promenade with you and talk. We might go to the library and do homework together. Wherever that relationship began, wherever that spark was sparked, that is where it's going to develop. That is where it's going to unfold. So essentially, that is what I feel the stalking. So essentially, that is what I feel the talking stage consists of: mutuality, reciprocation, and attraction. And navigating the three in a way that will allow you to either date this individual or leave this individual. Because when you're in the talking stage, you're just catching a vibe. You have yet to start vibing. You have yet to establish a vibe. You have yet to maintain a vibe. You have yet to secure a vibe. You just caught it. And now you're trying to hold it so you can then maintain it, so that you can then start to vibe and secure it. So that is the talking stage. You just catch a vibe. Now, as for dating, I feel as though this should be divided into two sections: dating part one and dating part two. So, with dating part one, it is private, not secretive. You're not ashamed of this person, you're not trying to hide this person, you just want to keep it private because you just caught a vibe. And now you're trying to vibe with one another. Now that you got the vibe, now that you got a hold of it, now you're trying to understand it. And the only way to understand the vibe that is caught is by vibing with the vibe. You got to vibe with it, baby. So it's going to be private, but it's not secretive. You're going to have clear agreements as to what is acceptable and unacceptable. With talking, there was just consistency. There was no restrictions, there was no boundaries, there was no commitment. But with dating, there are going to be restrictions. There are going to be commitments made. There is going to be boundaries. There is going to be a clear agreement as to what is acceptable and what is unacceptable, because now you're committed to understanding one another. You're seeking to uncover the details, to develop a valued relationship of significance. You're trying to understand who this person was before you met them and who this person is now that you have them in your life. What is your lineage? What are your traditions? Are you spiritual? Are you religious? What are your defense mechanisms? What are your generational curses? You're seeking to understand this person. Whereas for talking, it was just attraction based. Dating, there's going to be attraction, romance, and intimacy. Now for dating part two, everything that applied for dating part one will apply within dating part two, yet you're no longer going to be saying, I am dating so-and-so. In dating part one, that's when you say, oh, well, I'm dating Dave. Yeah, well, me and Dave date. Me and Dave date now. You're not saying that no more. Everybody knows you and Dave date. Now you say, this is my boyfriend Dave. We're in a relationship. Me and Dave are in a relationship. After 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, hell, after what, 10 months, which is almost a year, you're going to say, me and Dave are in a relationship. This is my boyfriend Dave. You probably won't even say this is your boyfriend Dave. Everybody knows that Dave is your boyfriend. You don't even have to let them know you're in a relationship. Everybody knows you and Dave are in a relationship. It's still private, but everybody knows. Like, everybody knows now. And that is your soulmate. That is your twin flame. You both understand that this is a dynamic that you want to last for a lifetime. After vibing, you have established a vibe to maintain and transcend. The only difference between dating and courting is that you're not committed to marriage within dating. When you're courting, you're committed to one another with the intent of marriage. You have established a vibe and now you secured it. In every sense of the word, you have secured that relationship, honey. Legally, religiously, spiritually, physically, like, you have secured that relationship, just like a lot of us want to secure a bag. You have secured that man, he has secured that woman, and you guys are secured within your vibe, okay? So that is what courting is: committed to one another with the intent of marriage. It alludes to everything that exists within dating. It's just you are doing it with the intent of marriage. You are in that relationship. You are courting with the intent of marrying that person. So that is all I got for you guys. Hopefully my perspective is understood. I'm not really doing this to give any advice because that's not what I do. I just like to share my perspective and see if other people agree with it, see what other people believe to be true or false, and just get some good conversation going. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below. Let me know how you feel about the talking stage. What are your experiences with talking and dating, or even courting? Because I don't really hear a lot with courting. So if you're courting right now, if you have courted, if you want to court, let me know. Like, what's up?